Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So we finished our rounds in the, Vaza's Hunting Lodge? And now let's go tour the rest of Anchorhead. Let's see, does our map... Okay, so our map, it's a hub map, so we have, we kind of see everything. And it looks like our next stop is going to be the Zerka office. Hello there, creature. Anchorhead tradesman, hello.
I still haven't heard a final figure on how many people died on Terrace.
Alright, Sandcrawler Mechanic. Can we just go in this? I guess so.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick.
I just want to ask you some questions.
All right, but I'm not sure what I could say to interest you. I just work on the crawlers.
Looks more like a speeder than a crawler, but... Describe your job and who you work for.
I repair the sand crawlers when they return from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks.
What attacks do you mean?
The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Zerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now, but few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous.
Where can I learn about these bounties?
Try at the Zerka offices right here. They'd know.
When do the sand crawlers head out?
Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean, doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Zerka Corporation tries.
What can you tell me about Tatooine and Anchorhead?
Well, it's a hole in the galaxy as far as I'm concerned. I doubt this outpost will last much longer. But that's happened before and will happen again. Anchorhead has been resettled a few times now.
Why have previous settlements failed?
Well, Tatooine fools people. It looks like it might have a good supply of resources, but it doesn't. Before a company learns this, they've already set up communities to support operations they now can't afford. Company pulls out, cities dry up, and after a few years, someone that doesn't know why it failed tries again.
Zerka Corporation isn't doing well here.
No one is. I guess it looked like a promising mining planet, but the metal, I tell you, it just isn't right. I've been a mechanic my whole life, and I've never seen anything corrode as fast as Tatooine metal. It's why whoever was here before left, and why Zerka will leave, and why whoever comes next will leave.
That's all I need. Goodbye.
All right then, back to work, I guess.
Alright, so something is very off with the metal here. Honestly, I'm more interested in that than saving the universe, but, hello, Zerka Trade Officer. Alright, so he's got nothing else to say. So let's visit the Zerka office.
Laboda ni winkis maktoma, wana kun bes jingpa marulira, tok jingbang non kek, tok ninja mura rabes, uba patu kochi, tong nongbong shang yungyang, tong patok smakdelia.
What's going on here? Who are you?
Kuyabi juskuna jitanai, ina kunba marulira rachikun, slimo patona, undi hadonga chihokabi, laboda ni winkis maktoma, wana kun bes jingpa marulira, tok jingbang non kek. Ninja Mira Rabes.
Okay. Hello, protocol officer.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
I'm looking for a miner named Griff.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
Are you certain of that? I would leave sooner if I knew.
Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
Yep, that sounds like him.
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
The Sand People?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
So your workers are all expendable.
Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Is there some type of reward for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
Never mind, I want to ask you about something else.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
I want to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
There's no way to get a license. Actually, have there been a lot of people leaving the city?
With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them.
There's no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
I will agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
All right, let's go back to some of my other questions then.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
I want to ask about Zerka Corporation.
Of course. Zerka Corporation records are available at our representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please. For your needs here, we maintain a fully stocked storehouse. Speak with Greta Holda about any purchases.
May I ask how your operations here at Tatooine are doing?
Certainly. Please pose your questions to the representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours, please.
Why, the secrets. The company stuck you here. Tell me.
I suppose you're right. It's not like you can't tell the state of things just by looking around. Mining operations here have not been a success. The ore is substandard, and there's less of it than surveys indicated. With the Sand People raids on top of it all, it's no wonder this planet has been abandoned before.
What makes the ore substandard?
No one knows. There are odd energy fluctuations on this planet, but they defy analysis or explanation. But the effect is obvious. Ore taken from Tatooine is useless for construction. It degrades incredibly fast. Word is getting out about it, too. We're running out of buyers. Zerka Corporation is not doing well here.
Does this mean you have plans to pull out?
The company would be foolish to stay. It will be costly, but in the end, leaving will be cheaper than staying. I imagine all the heavy equipment will be abandoned. It's not worth shipping out things like sand crawlers. Maybe the Jawas will find a use for them when we're gone. That's a laugh.
What do you mean the planet was abandoned before?
We can't ignore evidence that Anchorhead was settled more than once before, and abandoned each time. There's probably a century between each attempt, just long enough for records about why it failed to disappear. The Jawas scavenge ancient tech all the time. It's a remote world. Who knows what's here?
All right, let's go back to some of my other questions.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
I assume that by out of the ordinary you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
Know about anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the swoop track. One of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
And I think that's about it, so I have to go. Goodbye.
Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Alright, so now we have a hunting license, which should be in our inventory somewhere. Maybe? Hunter's license. This signifies that the bearer may exit Anchorhead to hunt out on the deserts of Tatooine, having acknowledged that Circuit Corporation bears no responsibility for any harm that may come to them. It still sounds like it's a scam to keep people inside the walls and force them to work for Zerka. Because I have, as much as they try to say it's about saving people's lives, Zerka obviously doesn't give two shits about their lives. Uh-oh. I'm guessing she wants to talk. Bastila seems to have something on her. Okay, speak to Bastila.
How can I help?
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Darth Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
So who killed Revan then?
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
Maybe we shouldn't be having this conversation right in front of the Circa employees, but... What else did you expect from the Sith?
True, I suppose. And yet the outcome of that battle was unexpected. To all of us, Revan's end was unforeseen. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright, Bastila. In order to prepare you for your meeting with Darth Malak, Bastila described her own encounter with the Sith Lord Revan. According to Bastila, the Jedi wanted to capture Revan alive, but they were foiled when Malak betrayed his own master. Typical Sith, always betraying each other.
Achua Penki, Yun Patisa, Tichuba Jikota Naga, Kingbu Mwa Mulira Dwana, Kimba Nikcha Lora Kun.
Alright, we're gonna have to go into the logs and see what he was saying there. But, what do you have available for purchase?
Chiwi Aita Ka Chong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Mulira, Tangit Wama Jikona, Tonki Pa Nonku Nek Abog.
Alright, life support packs, advanced med packs, computer spikes, Zabrak battle armor, Johnny battle armor, powered battle armor, vibro sword, Mandalorian heavy pistol. Mandalorians boast that a shot from one of these pistols can take a starship out of commission. It's an obvious exaggeration, but for safety's sake, most listeners just smile and nod. Hold-out blaster. Sometimes called the sleeper, the hold-out blaster is the preferred method of temporarily incapacitating an enemy. Alright, so it does very little damage, but has a 25% chance to stun with a DC 10, so not great. Most characters that matter won't be affected by this unless they, like, crit fail. And even then, they might still be immune. Thermal detonators, plasma grenades. Yeah, so probably nothing we're going to be too interested in right now. Let's go to our log here. Yes, what is it? If this is about mining or sand people, you go to the Zerka officers. I just manage the storehouse.
Ki Mulira Kun Kin, Tong Hit Wama Agi Inko Tune,
I want to ask about bounties.
Kakin Cha Nawabakaon, Bagwa siyang kontimachit
I want to ask about Zerka Corporation.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangit wama jiko na. Tongki pa nonku nek abog.
How do you think they are doing here on Tatooine?
Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muri ra slimo poiwanga. Tangit wama ji human ak in ikatune.
About my other questions.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang kontimachit
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ag inko tune.
Why don't I want your views on that? What about your opinions on Terrace?
Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga. Tong hitwama ji human ak in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tong hitwama jiko na. Tongki pa nonku nek abog baba Hasan shan. No ba muri rati lai kunka.
You know what? You're right. I don't want to hear your opinions, even if it means the death of innocents.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang kontimachit
I think you're projecting there. But okay, what about local events?
Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga. Tangit wama ji human ak in ikatune.
Bullshit, you know you're not on a pleasure world. I'm out of here.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa siyang kontimachit
With opinions like that, you can expect me to not shop at your store. Well, honestly, I'd just as soon never shop at any Zerka store, but we'll see if they have anything like super.
Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Ninja mira rabes.
Is this about the Zerka wanting the Sand People chieftain killed?
Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi.
Why would you know any better?
Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Well, he does have a point. Why hasn't anyone tried talking to them?
Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi.
Who would have a capable droid?
Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Where would you get robes to match theirs?
Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Where would that enclave be that you mentioned?
Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi.
Maybe I'll look into it.
Kuyami just kuna jikanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chihonkabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes.
Said I'd look into it, old man. Now go away. but he does have a point from the Sand People point of view. Obviously, they're always depicted as bad guys in Star Wars, but yeah, to them, this probably is an invasion. You know, there's been no. So, I mean, if someone came to your house, started drilling in your lawn, yeah, you'd probably not react too well to that. Oh, I guess. Oh, okay, there's just an invisible wall there, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing here at least. But yeah, so he has a point. So we will try to resolve the situation peacefully if the opportunity presents itself. Alright, what do we got here? Swoop registration. Well, we don't have enough money for that. Oh, hello.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
So we're doing this, huh? Alright. Well, let's start with a frag grenade. And then... Actually, no. Let's start with night speed. Alright, we can only do one buff at a time if I remember. What did she have? Because she has stun, force push. Let's do force push. Followed by an advanced lightsaber throw and then move in. You, since they're going to probably start with a frag grenade and then start taking sniper shots.
Yes.
There we go. Night speed, night valor. All right, let's go get him.
Take that. There.
There we go. Oh, he's still alive. Okay.
So be it.
All right. Fucking A, we wiped the ground with them. Wrath, Crystal Red, Sith Energy Shield, Short Lightsaber. Crystal Yellow, Verpine Cardio Regulator, Dark Jedi Knight Robe, Double-Bladed Lightsaber. Data Pad, Crystal Damonid, Sith Assassin Pistol. Alright, and we are, I can't move now. This data pad contains detailed descriptions of you and Bastila. It also has a brief message. Bastila has escaped Harris. Whoever can find and dispose of her and her Jedi companion will be greatly rewarded by Lord Malak himself. Alright, so we're definitely going to have to do some stuff when we get back to the ship.
I'm here.
And we took basically no damage from that, too. That's pretty impressive. We will do the swoop registration later. That will be a good way to make credits, but we don't have credits right now, and it costs money to register, so we're just gonna keep running around the city for a little while, I guess.
Yatuka Ulwan Kinkuna Ba Murira, Rachikun, Mucha Shakpampa.
Alright, what's in here? Anchorhead Cantina. Well, that would be a good place to learn about the happenings. Come on.
What?
Alright. Hello, fellow Circa officers. How do you do?
Go to the Zerka offices if you want a job. I'm off duty.
Something you want, Spacer? Go talk to the office if you want to complain about conditions here. I don't want to hear it. Seems like every other person I meet is complaining about something. Well, it's not going to get better, so leave me alone.
I just wanted to ask a few questions if you have the time.
I don't really have any interest in helping you. Will this be quick?
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Nobody we've brought, that's for sure. Our expert said this rock was supposed to have mining potential to last for years. Nothing but garbage ore, good for nothing. You ever try to sell someone garbage? My name's Mud in 3 systems now.
You're not much of a spokesman for Zerka Corporation.
Like I said before, I don't much care what you think. I'll be on the street if business keeps dropping, and it will.
I have to leave. Goodbye.
Good. I have a lack of business to attend to.
I have a lack of business to attend to. Jawa server. We that are taken. Are some of your people missing? All right. Is that your leader? Where is he? Okay, so he's basically saying humans and other aliens they trade with them, but they don't respond to their concerns, so they're barely better off than being slaves to the sand people.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like when I was back on Taris. Seems like a long time.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions if you have time.
I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore.
I want to ask about you and racing.
Something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name.
Is this the best place for racing?
Best place to race is wherever the track treats you sweet and your times are golden. It's that simple. You get hung up on any one track and he'll end up like me. My favorite stop was Taris. Yeah. Always look forward to going back. Now, I don't want to touch my bike at all. Maybe I wasn't in the winner's circle lately, but I still race for sport, you know?
What made Terrace any different than here?
A woman. I never won on Taris, but it was almost my first stop on the circuit, and the last if I could help it. That doesn't matter now. You can't ask for more certain closure than the whole planet being gone. Poof, boom, gone.
How long did you race?
Oh, well, past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young.
Why do you think that?
It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass.
Fair enough. What can you tell me about the other racers?
I don't really talk to any of them. I know Zara's from the circuit, and we couldn't ask for a tougher lady. She's smart, too. I don't know the younger guys, but I've been watching Nico. Good to see someone doing it for the love of the race.
What makes him any different than the others?
I don't know, but some people just have something that lets the bike take them. It's like the air stops pushing back. That's an old track tale, you know, when the wind decides to stop fighting. I used to have that. Not anymore.
Let's go back to some of my other questions.
All right, then.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Ask me again in a few years, and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. Well, you should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy.
What? All right, well, I've got to leave. Good day, sir.
Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Tough times are always coming, and right now they are here. Also, I like how they couldn't even afford, like, real entertainers, so they have, like, a holographic one. All right, I suppose we'll circuit around this way. I like these little recessed booths. More restaurants need these. You were not here first yet, Jawa serve. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the locals of this planet do not appreciate our presence. Which, you know, fair. I made her face me. Anyways.
Well, fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Pazak.
I want to ask you some questions.
I'm sure you do, but I won't have answers. I leave other people to their business, and they leave me to mine. Really, you'll have to seek information elsewhere, but if you want some recreation, I've cards ready to play.
You must have an opinion about what happened on Terrace.
Must I? An opinion would draw attention to myself. The Sith have shown what happens to things that draw their attention.
Alright, I'll be going now.
All right. But remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening. Come back if you like a game.
Perhaps later. Alright, so he's going to be one of our local Pazak players. Junix Nard. Hello.
Who are you then? The only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum.
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
I suppose you're fishing for a reaction to the destruction of Taris. That's all anyone from Off-World is talking about. Well, I'll tell you, it's about time someone kicked the Republic in the tail and got things moving. I guess the Sith are the ones that do it. Don't get me wrong, all those deaths were horrible. The war gets the money moving. Maybe they'll decide to fortify us out here.
Know about anything more local?
No,
No, you don't know, or no, you won't tell me.
just no. I don't look for trouble. You'll have to talk to people yourself if you want more than that. If you don't mind.
Alright, got some other things to ask you, though.
All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers.
No, you don't. You can't fool me. I want to ask about things here on Tatooine.
What, did some Zerka promoter tell you to come to this planet? I pity you if you were expecting a prosperous mining outpost. Nothing here but sand and more sand. There's a little hunting and racing, but nothing that'll make a small man rich.
I've got some questions about hunting.
You got a license there, don't you? Faz's Lodge will be open to you now. Nothing more I can tell you about hunting that his lot won't. And since you got that license from Zerka, you know they look for bounties of their own. They're the ones with credits to pay and interest to protect.
Alright, got some other questions.
All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers.
No, you don't. Tell me about the racing.
I don't deal with any of that. Mata the Hutt has a lock on everything race-related on Tatooine. You deal with him, or you don't race.
That's always the Hutts. Anyways, I got one more question.
All right, then. Just keep it brief, will you? I got customers.
No, you don't. You have anything for sale?
Zerka Corporation only worries about keeping their own stores full. I don't have much on hand.
Craft Bloodblade, both in Chuka, Security Spike, both in Quick Draw. Another Stun Blaster, it looks like. Unconscious Opponent is a quiet opponent. This weapon is a both-in favorite designed to create opportunities. Sonic Pistol, Stabilizer Gauntlet, gives +2 demolitions. These gauntlets are quite stiff, minimizing actions that might interfere with the manipulation of volatile materials. Excuse me. The user must have basic knowledge of demolitions, paid points into the skill to benefit from this item. Alright. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Yay! I'm the center of attention. Whee! Okay. Alright. I guess that's all we're getting out of this cantina. Not a good place to get information, really. Unlike, you know, the actual Star Wars movies. Let's see. Citizen of Anchorhead, Duros Minor. Jawa. Jawa, Jawa. Jawa, Jawa. Well, we have the droid shop in the Dune Sea, so I guess let's finish our circuit of Anchorhead here. We can go to the droid shop. There's no way we're going to afford the droid, because what? T3 was like $8 grand? Citizen of Anchorhead, what have you to say?
I watched some good races at the swoop track last week. Yeah, you have to thank Mata for giving us something to do.
Alright. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it is preposterous.
Oh, come on. There's gotta be times when you've thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
That's a good one. God. At least they're encouraging me to take out different combinations of companions. That was the thing with Mass Effect, is you end up finding two companions you like, and then like you just wait. Why the fuck did he do that? Anyways, you find like one combination, maybe two of companions you like, and that's like all you take out. Like I know the first time I played Mass Effect, I just took the humans out. I never took any of the aliens, and then in the future I would always take like sometimes I would take like Ashley and Garrus, or Ashley and what was the engineer's name? Tolly? Yeah, Tolly. You know, and then eventually I would take Garrus and Tolly, but you know, I think they do give you, instead of the mix it up there too, with different dialogue options, but like here, at least they're trying, you know. And I'm trying to mix it up so we get some of these, but I think more games need to encourage, like, if you're going to have a party limit, which I generally hate party limits, because why? What purpose did they serve? But if you're going to have a party limit, then you need to, like, I was going to say, he looks like he's standing there waiting for someone to talk to him. But if you're going to have a party limit, you got to create, like, reasons to take out other party members. Otherwise, people will just settle into their favorites. Yeah, are you waiting for someone to talk to you? Okay, I guess circuit business involves standing at a wall, staring at nothing. Alright, droid shop. Hello. What do we got here? Yukalaka. What do you have available in your shop? I'm looking for exotic, something called a star map. Well, let me ask a few questions about HK-47 actually. You don't seem to know much about it.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it?
Why haven't you wiped its memory? What functions have you tested? What does the HK-47 designation mean? Where did you get this HK-47?
Gee, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Warehouse workers have a bad habit of paying off their debts with other people's property, you know?
Alright, well, I'm interested. Let's talk price. I can't pay that. I'm not interested. I still can't pay that. I'm not interested. I have 200 credits to my name. Let's go back to some of my other questions, though. I'm looking for exotics, something called a star map. What is stopping the Jawas from scavenging? I don't need a translator. I understand most languages fine. Did the Jawas bring you this HK-47? What do you have in stock besides droids? Show me what you have. Alright, so security spike tunneler. One-time use item employs anti-encryption software and electronic interference to improve the user's ability to bypass locking mechanisms on doors and containers. He's got a bunch of droid upgrades, which we can worry about later. But yeah, no swoop parts or anything like that. You know, when I first walked in here, I saw this monitor. My first reaction is, like, I don't know why, but for some reason, this reminds me of the Biobed monitors from Star Trek, the original series, even though nothing about it resembles it at all. This droid does not respond. It obviously needs extensive repairs. For all you know, it could have been lying out in the desert for years. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Hey, point that thing somewhere else. Yeah, nothing much else here. Is this supposed to be, like, for swoop stuff? You got anything in this crate I can borrow? Nope. Alright.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
You mentioned battle and protocol. Outline your functions.
Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Why are you keeping information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
Access to your memory is restricted.
Statement. Indeed. It is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive.
How do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you assume that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Access to your memory is restricted.
Statement. Indeed. It is also possible.
Okay. Doesn't Yuka question you about your reluctance to reveal your functions?
Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid.
Why are you keeping information to yourself?
Explanation.
Okay. Let's go back to some of my previous questions.
Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere.
I'm not familiar with Systech Corporation. What else do they make?
Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
All right.
Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere.
Sell yourself, droid. Why would I need you?
Disclosure. I am a versatile protocol and combat droid, fluent in verbal and cultural translation. Should your needs prove more practical, I am also skilled in highly personal combat.
So you translate. I understand most languages well enough.
Extrapolation. Intuitive language comprehension? That would be the result of recognition and training of force sensitivity. Your kind have little use of translation droids. Of course, your kind also encounters danger on a far more frequent basis than the average citizen. You would do well to have me work for you then, before someone else makes use of my more exotic functions.
Why would you be better than an armored battle droid?
Disclosure. Finesse. Battle droids hold battlefields. I'm capable of eliminating a very specific type of target.
You're beginning to sound like an assassin.
Retraction. Droids built for such a function face strict regulation and often have unique difficulties with previous owners. I therefore make no claim to that designation, prospective buyer. I am a law-abiding droid. Yes, indeed. Law-abiding. That's me.
Yeah, you don't sound very convincing.
Request. Please do not speak so loudly, prospective buyer. Do you truly wish my price to be doubled?
Fair enough. All right, I'll see about purchasing you.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Yukalaka know you talk about him like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Okay. Well, we're not going to be mean to Yukalaka. We'll come up with the money somehow. All right. I think we're almost through our circuit of Anchorhead now. We have just one last stop according to the map, which would be the main gate to our left. And we should find a Jawa out here somewhere. There you are. Could you be clearer? I'm having trouble understanding you. Why wouldn't I understand your true language? Okay, what is it that you want? Giants made of sand. Sand people. So is this. What do you want me to do? Why have they taken your people?
So these Jawas are scavengers who were enslaved by the Sand People. I think I am beginning to understand his plight.
You're the gentler oppressor. Few more questions, all right? Tell me about those that came before. Battles over Tech.
It could be that this Jawa knows things about this planet's history that the Republic has no inkling of.
Few more questions? I'm looking for something called a star map. Can you help? I'll check it out when I leave the city. Goodbye. Wait. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're... I'm just gonna help him out. Alright. Map note to the Dune Sea. Gate guards. Well, this seems inappropriate. Oh god. Invisible walls again. This seems an appropriate place. And next time we will leave Tatooine in all its deserty glory and lots of blaster bolts over that door. And that door. And there. But anyways, next time I think we're going to head out and just do some exploring. We'll see how far we make it. But until then, thank you all for watching and stay tuned for next time and stay safe out there. And we'll see you then.